Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, January 27th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 4 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 56 degrees with a high of 58 and a low of 41. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures. Wonky songs. Someone who can't speak on camera. Oh, and of course, demonstrations on adult coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. I really appreciate it. Please do me a favor and share this broadcast. That's great. And welcome to my my Facebook peeps who will see this broadcast after the fact when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Hi, baby. Welcome. All right. Let me put something away here. All right, so the two projects that I'm working on, now for those of you that are new to my group, this is a freebie. This is from my book, Valentine's Gnomes Jubilee, and I always color a duet piece where you can color with me, and I suggest that you pace me. It's for learning, of course. And this is the gnome couple that we're working on. Almost done. I just have the end of the log to do, and I just up the bottom along here. Hi, Dorothy. Dorothy. And there are the three amigos. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. Hello, Linda, Michelle, Wally. The Herschenroder family likes to come in and watch. So this is the first piece that I'm going to be working on. And then the second piece, this is from Maya Silvercat. And she gave this away from in another group. And I sent her a text. And I asked her if I could share it with you guys and do a coloring with it. And she said yes. So you guys have two pieces to work on while you're watching me. So that's always fun. All right. So let's get this piece going here. Now, I always suggest that you get yourself a paper towel, put your hand on it. That's great for moving around. And of course, you're always going to have your swatch piece. So guys, tell me how you're doing today. How was your day? Win, lose, or draw? I would say win for me. Linda, draw. Dorothy, draw. Okay. Which means quiet and no drama. Yay! We like no drama. All right. Let me move around just a little bit. So I'm going to work on the end of this log. Hold on, more camera movement. There we go. Now, for those of you that are new, if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. That's why I'm live. And if you have questions about grayscale coloring, if you've never done it before, ask. All right, I'm going to start with my dark grayscale here, the dark pencil. When you do grayscale, hi Mamie. No, didn't get my new book. I've got to call the post office on Monday. They said it's at the facility, so we'll see what happens. Mamie, you had a draw? Okay, good. All right. So we're going to come in with our darkest color here. Now, as I always tell you, don't pound your pencil into the paper. Keep your point nice and sharp. And if anybody new is watching, please say hello. I know a lot of you like to lurk. But it's also fun to find out where people are from. All right, check out how we're getting this detail in here. Let's see what we got here. And remember, when you lift your pencil, turn it a little bit in your hand to keep your point as sharp as possible for as long as possible. All right, let's get some of the rings here, down here. All right. And then I'm going to come in with my medium pencil. And I'm very lightly going to color in our medium areas. Now, I've got a little bit of light here, so I'm going to put that on the edge here. This is my lightest color. And then we'll go back to medium. And fill in our areas around those swirls, the swirls and the straight lines. Let's put a little bit of light right here. Now remember, don't pound your pencil into the paper. And you want to get as good of a blend as you can possibly get. And notice that I'm taking my medium and going over that light just a little bit. And also notice that I'm coloring in the direction of the rings. Check it out. Now, that's the neat thing about colored pencil, is that when you put a line down like this, which is what we did with the dark, the subsequent shading over the top and colors over the top doesn't wipe them out. That's just the nature of the beast, and that's what makes it a lot of fun to color with colored pencil. I'm just going to shade a little darker at the top here. And that way that ring will dissolve more into our top portion. So I'm actually obliterating part of that top ring to blend it in. It was looking a little wonky. All right. Back to my dark, just to shade up the center a little bit more. Now, once you have your colors in following the dark, medium, and light protocol, this is where you can use your artistic instinct and blend everything together. Shade a little differently if you wish. I'm going to add a little bit of shadow up here. And along this edge. All right, let me pull out so you can see the full effect. Good. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, let's go down to the bottom here. All I have to do now is shade in my rocks. Let me move something here. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to start with a light gray, a bluish gray, and I'm going to work underneath this flower. Now, the flower has blue petals, and so the shadow on the ground is going to be bluish. So you want to come in with a very light blue. And we're going to put a little bit of that shadow underneath here. And the trick is that you don't want to go so heavy that you lose that petal. So we're just going to kiss that blue in there. Now, for anybody that's watching, if you ever want me to zoom in a little closer or pull away or whatever, please let me know. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of gray. And I'm going to shade around these rocks with it. And I'm going to shade, excuse me, I'm going to shade around the bottom of this petal, which is laying on the ground. Hopefully I'm not blocking your view with my hand. There you go. And I'm just playing with the gray now. And this is what I mean, is once you have your light, medium, and dark colors in and defined, then you can come back and start to tweak this. Now I'm coming back with my lighter blue on top of the gray. Why? Blending. And we'll bring that blue out just for giggles and laughs here. Okay. All right. Look how cool that looks. All right, now I'm going to start working my browns on the rest of this. And our browns are basically going to be very similar to what we've done on the log. Hello, Karen. So my darkest brown to shade around our rock here. Karen, welcome. And then I'm going to come in with my medium brown. To highlight this area around the log. Karen, good to see you. Now notice how I'm bringing the brown down. This is not indicated in the grayscale, but it makes for an interesting pattern at the bottom of the log. Okay, let's slide over. Now I'm ignoring the rocks for the moment. Now, guys, don't worry if you're not coloring with me. Some people like to watch while I'm doing this, and then color while watching the broadcast on their own time. They can pause it and reverse and the whole bit. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Guys, I'm going to take my green and add a little bit of green right here by these rocks. The rocks and stone themselves will start to sing. Hosanna, hey, Hosanna. Oh, Karen, you're just finishing up World of Wonders. Yeah. Yeah, that was a project that we did. Our goldfish pulling the jar. That was fun. Oh, Santa, hey, Santa, 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 ho. Santa, hey, Santa, ho, Santa. Hey JC, JC, won't you look at me? All right. So let's continue to the left. Darkest pencil. Shading around our rocks. Now, as you're doing this, if you want to create your own pattern of rocks, you can. Whoop! See how I created that little extra stone just before my pencil point broke? Oh, we were doing so well. Let me see if I can get my point back. There we go. So if you want to play around with it and make extra little stones in here, knock yourself out. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Hey JC, JC, won't you smile at me? Or look at me. All right. Now I'm going to come back with my medium. Oh, Mamie, you like the idea of making the extra stones? Yeah. You could actually make extra stones anywhere that you wanted to. I'll go back and make a few extra just to show you. All right. So I've got my medium here. And I went a little too far with my brown. All right, hold on. Made a boo-boo. Mamie, did you get yourself an electric eraser? Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, now we've got the reflection. Why are we doing this blue right here? Because, again, we have the reflection of this plant on the ground. So we'll go ahead and play with that a little bit. Is the electric eraser the one that you bought off recently, that you bought off of Amazon, Mamie? That's the one that I sent you the affiliate link to? Boy, that was quick. Gotcha. Okay, check it out. Okay, let me show you how to make some extra stones. So you're going to bring out your medium brown. Create that circle or oblong. And then take your dark pencil and put a shadow underneath it. You can also shadow it with gray, which actually will look a little better if we do it that way. See how we did that? And then blend all of that in. You would never know that that stone wasn't there originally. Let's do another one here. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my gray underneath. How cool is that? Yeah, Brittany, Mamie bought the electric eraser, and she also bought the retractable eraser, the click. Hello, Janet Watts. Janet Watts has entered the room. All right, let's make another stone. I'm having too much fun making these little things. Oop. Janet, welcome. So what was the very cool? Is that we talking about the stones? And let's put a little bit of shadow underneath here. Now, don't forget to angle your stones. That'll make them look a little more interesting. I'm going to put one next to the other while I'm at it. Well, Janet, just so that you know, I broadcast live every night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 3 hours. I'm here to answer questions and demonstrate coloring. Don't be shy to say hello and ask. And this piece that I'm coloring now, I always give away what I call a duet coloring. It's a freebie in my group on Facebook. Janet, join my Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. And the first part of my coloring is always one that I give away for free. And you can color with me to learn. No, it's not the Tombow. It's not the Tombow Mono Eraser, Brittany. Here, let me pull out. It's this Click Eraser. See? This is the Tombow Mono, which is the teeny tiny one. See it? That's the difference. Janet, where are you from? Okay, let's keep going with our rocks here, little stones. Anybody have any questions about making these stones? Janet, I'm in Cookeville, Tennessee. And that's about 45 minutes east of Nashville. Oh, you found me under Facebook groups. Love the cover page, yep. Wichita, Kansas. What time is it in Wichita, Kansas?
It's 7:53 p.m. in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, so you're an hour behind me. So, Janet, everything that I, this is live, obviously, because you're talking to me. But this goes to video, of course, on YouTube when I'm done. It's 5 to 8 my time. You're an hour behind me. Yeah, Mamie's an hour ahead of me. She's a real trooper. She's staying up until 11 p.m. her time when I'm ending. And then Janet, and then I download the video into my Facebook group. So the neat thing is you can always go back and refer to stuff. Yeah, that's right, Brittany. Yeah, Karen, you're an hour ahead. Yeah, I didn't like the square Tombow. I like the round. All right. I got to move camera a little bit. I'm going to add a couple more stones over here. Everybody clear on how to do the stones. Just draw a circle. It's ridiculously easy. And then shade at the bottom. I've been adding a little bit of gray. Janet, I've got like 13 brands of pianos, of pencils. And so whenever I'm coloring a project like this, I call out the color, I swatch it, but I don't necessarily call out the brand. And part of the reason, just like this pencil here, I don't know what this is because as I've been sharpening it, which has glue on it, by the way, I don't know what the brand is. Oh, guys, check this out. Isn't that cool? I don't like that little stone that I've got sideways right here. See it? I'll leave it. There we go. We'll shade that. Okay, so all these stones down here are extras. Janet, how long have you been adult coloring? And Janet, don't ever hesitate in asking a question thinking that it's stupid. No question is stupid. That's the naughty stone. All right. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to take my lightest pencil of my dark, medium, and light. Let me slide over here a minute. Okay, with gel pens forever, but 2 months ago with pencils and alcohol markers. Oh, wonderful. You've got a whole new world opened up to you, kiddo. Okay, check out how I'm going over my stones with my lightest pencil of my dark, medium, and light. Okay, so Janet, you haven't done grayscale, have you? You are in for a treat. What paper do you use, Janet? And I take it that you have a printer. No grayscale yet. Okay. Grayscale is a wonderful, wonderful coloring project. And grayscale is not hard. It's just learning a new set of skills. And grayscale, oh yeah, I use Nina. Nina 67 Bristol. Okay, let's color in the rest of these rocks with this light color. And let me pull out. There you go. I am calling this one done. Any questions or comments? You don't have a printer. You live in your car for now? Oh, neat, Janet. But I go to FedEx Kinko for printing pages you found. Janet, do you have a chance to color at all, or how does that work? Oh, Janet. Well, Janet, this is exactly why I broadcast. Where are you now that you're able to watch this broadcast? And Janet, please post your images in my group. All right, guys, what do you think? All right, hold on. I'm having a little problem with my camera stand. There we go. Oh, Janet, are you, how, how do you, how do you color? I mean, do you find a place to go with your pencils? All right, calling this one done. Now, this is where sometimes the library and then in the back seat. Well, feel free to post in the group. Sounds like the library would be a perfect place for you. And Janet, like I said, you found a home with us. You can talk to us and see pretty pictures, and hopefully it lifts your spirit. Julie Copeland. Hello. Kathy, hello. Okay, so this is where we take the Krylon Workable Fixative. I like number 1306. And what you do is you obviously shake it. It protects pencil. Let's see if we can okay, protects pencil, pastel, and chalk drawings, prevents smudging and wrinkling, allows easy rework, acid-free, archival, safe. So great stuff. So what I'll do later tonight is I'll spray it and then it'll dry and then I'll put my initials on this. Well, Janet, we're adopting you. All right. Next image. So this is from Maya Silvercat. She offered it up as a freebie in a group that she belongs to. There's her Etsy contact information if you want to look at her work. Okay. So Janet, this will be a good piece for you to understand grayscale. And basically what you're doing is on the grayscale, you have your light, medium, and dark areas, and you match that with pencils that are light, medium, and dark in tone and shades. So I started this up last night. I think it's coming out beautifully. All right, let's do the area here behind her neck. And these are basically dark and medium tones. Oh, Janet, that's excellent. So notice now that I'm taking the darkest of my pencil and coloring it on the darker part of the paper. Now, it doesn't matter whether you start with dark first or medium or your light. It's up to you. So here are our dark areas. Now I'm going to come back with my light pencil. We've got a little bit of light right here. And then I'm going to come in with my medium pencil, and we're going to use that as a blending tool. And notice how I'm back blending over my dark. Let me turn this just a little bit. So that everything comes in smoothly together. Now, the most important skill that you can learn in adult coloring is what? Blending. And the definition of a good blend is when one color seamlessly what? Disappears into the next. Now, notice with my medium, I'm going over my light areas. And what you absolutely don't want to do is pound your pencils into the paper. You want to do it very lightly. And as I always tell people, when you're learning adult coloring, I would rather have you be able to do really great blends on your paper. If you had to make a choice, great blending and lousy color choice versus the best color choice and lousy blending. Going lightly is your struggle? Yep. Janet, you've got to learn to tint in your colors, because here's the deal. If you come in heavy with your colors, you totally remove the ability to tweak it and change those colors on your paper. What you want to do is you want to build up your colors. And make your choice as you go along. Make your decision as you go along as to how dark you want it. So in other words, coloring is all about repeated strokes on an area. I mean, Janet, there's just no two ways about it. All right, let's take a look at this. And the thing is, when I'm coloring, I like to be able to go back and make my adjustments with my pencils. I call that my tweaking phase. And if you've come in heavily with pencil, you've completely removed the ability to do that. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Hold on, it's coming. Woo! Excuse me. Oh, gosh. And you know I've got to use a tissue. Sorry about that. Thank you, guys. God does bless me. He's blessed me with a great group. Janet, are you a member of my group? Michelle says, God bless you, ILene. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Michelle, I really appreciate that. When somebody came in, apparently their perfume got to me. Oh my. Yeah, you were told to try and change the pencils will help. You changed from a box of who knows what to Artex, which is a good brand. I like Artex, I've got it. And one day you'll get Prismacolor. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to start at the very top here. All right, now Janet, this is my darkest pencil color. Here, Janet, let me show you this. Oh, you just joined the Facebook group today. Good. All right, now look. Here's my dark color that I'm using. Here's the medium color. And here's my light color. Now, Janet, the idea of grayscale is you want your colors to bridge or seamlessly blend into each other. So I want you to notice how that dark blends into my medium, which blends into my light. See how that all comes together? So when you choose your three colors, make sure they blend. I'm sorry, make sure they bridge. Okay. So now I'm going to take my darkest color, and I'm very lightly, Janet, going to go over the darker part of the gray that's printed out. And then I'm going to use my medium. Now notice I back blend. What that means is when I start my medium, I started out inside of my darker color. That's what back blending is. And again, very lightly. Janet, let me put it to you this way. Yes, exactly. You want to erase the blend line. Yep. You got it. Let me put it to you this way as far as the amount of pressure that you want to put on your page. Pretend that you're coloring on a baby's skin. And then I'm going to come in with my lightest color, Hold on, I got a little bit of there. And then I'm going to come in with my lightest color. Again, I'm going to back blend, which erases that line. You want a seamless blend from one color to the next. And we color over that area. Isn't that beautiful? And look how everything blends together. Now, if you have to go back, and darken that up a little bit, that's fine. Grayscale is not one and done. You're going to go back and forth with your pencils. Now, obviously this area right here is a lot lighter than our light spots on this hair here. So I'm going to go back again with my medium color, and I'm going to tint over my medium. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm going to tint over my light. And I want you to notice that instead of coming in heavy-handed, I'm doing it with what? Repeated strokes. Janet, that's how you're supposed to do it. You keep up with your repeated strokes until you get the shade that you want. Everybody clear on that? And look how beautiful that is. Okay. Let's keep going. Now, when you color hair, as with clothing, you want to keep blending. The napkin, I rest my hand on it. I rest my hand on it so I can slide around, and it keeps the rest of the page clean, rather than my hand and getting any body oils on it. It's a paper towel, actually. Okay. Starting out with my dark. Now, keeping in mind that we need to be blending here on this curl, you can't and shouldn't come in heavy-handed with your darker color, otherwise you're going to have a hard time blending it in. Am I using oil color pencil? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. It's a dark brown. So this is my darkest color. And then I'm going to come in with my medium. And we're going to back blend that over our dark so that everything merges together. Some pencils are oil based and some are, okay, yeah, okay, I understand. I use it as a mix. Faber-Castell, for example, are oil based. It doesn't matter if you mix them at all. Does that answer your question? And then I'm going to come in with my lightest color. This happens to be a Prismacolor eggshell color. It's color number 140. Janet, when I pick my colors, I don't pick by whether they're oil or wax based, and I don't pick by brand. I pick strictly by color. And the way that I have all my pencils organized is by color. Now notice that I'm coming back with my medium here. I'm going back over my light area. Notice how beautifully that is blending everything together. Blending, 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 rawhide. Remember that show? Okay, next area. Here's my dark. Again, pretend that you're coloring on the back of a baby's behind concerning pressure. Oh, you sing that song a lot? Yeah. One of my group members came up with that song as a way to get people to get used to blending. So it's blending, 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 rawhide, from the old Rawhide show. And then we have our light. And then we'll come back with our medium, right? Notice that I'm blending on the curve. I'm not just going back and forth this way. And then I'm going to blend with my finger here. It's a great way to do it because your body temperature reacts with your pencil. Now, obviously, you need to make sure that your hands are clean. The things that I color each night on my Facebook group. Okay. The first image that I was doing, the duet piece, is from one of the coloring books that I publish. And I always give that away as a freebie. And I recommend that people pace me when I'm coloring it. All right, check how I'm coming in with my dark. We're coloring on baby skin. And we're not shoving that pencil into the paper. The second image that I color, I choose another artist like Kirby Rosanes. And we color that. So some people may have the book, some may not. Happy Wednesday. No. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to one and all. One of the images that I'm going to be coloring from are books. Imagimorphia, Kirby Rosanes. And I'm either going to be coloring the compass or I'm going to be coloring the anchor. Now, this one that I happen to be doing, which is a freebie, I asked Maya for permission to use it, and she said yes. Maya. Oh, Maggie. I finished the gnome picture. Oh, Kirby Roseanne's is wonderful. Worlds Within Worlds is great. Maggie, we finished the picture and I showed how to add extra stones along the bottom. So this little puppy is ready to be sprayed and my initials. Kathy, hello. If I didn't say hello earlier, I don't remember if I did. Ah, sorry. Oh, you've got that coloring book. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to do the dark over here on this curl. Again, bring it in very lightly. You can always go back and darken. I did say hello. I'm losing my mind. Oh, Kathy. So there's my dark. Oh, a fun surprise party tonight for your sister-in-law. Tomorrow we have a family dinner. Here's my medium. Let's see here. Let's do our medium over here. So Janet, will you be able to stay with us the entire broadcast time? All right, get that blending. Notice how I'm blending right on top of the dark. And then we'll do the light. Now again, notice how wonky our light looks. But that's where we come back with our medium. Again, coloring in the direction of the hair. So guys, for those of you that are coming in later, Janet said that she tends to pound her pencils into the paper, and I told her to think of coloring, although she's like she's on coloring on a baby's behind. So Kayla asked us to all wear Hawaiian shorts, and everything was a theme, including all the food. 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, check out how I'm coming over this again. I'm going over my light area with my medium. So Janet's brand new to coloring. She was using gel pens, and now she's using markers and colored pencils. All right. So let's get up underneath these flowers. Darkest shade here. And the question comes up a lot is, should you color, well, when you have a very dark grayscale, you still should be coloring it with your pencils. Sandy, who isn't here yet, did a beautiful moonscape. Dark pine trees in front of a huge moon with a witch flying across it. And the trees were very dark in the foreground. Basically the ink, you know, it was black ink for the trees. And she said, asked me what I thought about her coloring the trees a dark green, and I said, absolutely. In other words, if you've got dark trees like that, that are in shadow, you still want to color them a dark green. So there's our dark. Always helps when I stay on camera. Here's my medium. And then our light. And then we'll come back in with what? The medium. I'm going to darken these lines just a little bit, and then I'm going to do the overall shading with the medium. And if you feel that you need to come back in with your light a little bit just to lighten it up, which I do, and then come back in with medium. So Janet, you need to understand with grayscale, you're going to be, like I said, toggling your pencils quite a bit. There we go. Okay, so let's move down here. Darkest color. Not pressing hard. Janet. Then our medium. Now, after a while, when you're doing grayscale, when people start grayscale, they get hung up on making sure their light, medium, and darks are on the proper areas. I mean, obviously you need to do that, but don't get hung up on it. And after a while, as you're coloring grayscale, you'll find yourself naturally adding your colors. So in other words, you'll stop fixating on where you're coloring and it'll become more of a natural process for you. All right, so here's our light. Now let me pull out and show you something. You can obviously see that's not blended, right? Look at it in relation to the pieces, the hair areas around it. And what you're going to find happening is that as you're coloring the grayscale, you're going to be coloring it as though you're coloring line art. Meaning your grayscale is your guide, but you're not fixating on it. All right, there's my medium. And look how smooth and natural looking that looks. My medium, in effect, is my blender pencil. Oh, there you go. There's a good tip from Brittany. So the trick to good coloring is layering your colors. And of course your blending. Brittany, thank you for the tip. Okay, back to my dark. Very, very lightly. Again, like coloring on baby skin. Janet. Here's our medium to blend it up. And our light. Oh, Brittany, that's very helpful. Thank you. Karen, calling it a night. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. Ah! Okay, I'm going to correct something here. My my medium and light area is a little bit darker than what I want. So I'm going to erase that out. I think I accidentally used my dark pencil in the center when I meant to use my medium. So I'm just going to reconstruct that a little bit. So here's our dark. Satchmo. Janet, where did you come up with that name? Here's our medium. Oh, this is much better. And then my light. And then back over the top. Oh, no! With the medium. Oh, Satchmo is Brittany's cat's name. Gotcha. Thank you, Janet. I lost that thread in the conversation. Okay, I fixed it. I'm going to do a couple more curls and then I'm going to work on the skin. Calling it a night. Linda? Oh, Detroit Lions play San Francisco for division title. You mean to tell me that you can't just put the game on in the background? 49ers all day, every day, boom ba. 49ers all day, every day, boom ba. Oh, Janet, we get silly. Oh, Maggie's a Detroit Lions. Okay, there's our dark. Oh, Linda, you're having a party to watch the Lions. All right. Linda, what time is the game on? Okay, here's my dark. Six p.m. Oh, they haven't won in over 30 years. This is our year. Oh, there you go. That's the kind of team I like to root for. Okay, so there's our dark. Here's our medium. Back blended into our dark. Isn't that beautiful? And then our light. Oh, most of America is rooting for Detroit. You just hope it's a good game, not a blowout. Welcome to everybody who's tuning in. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask while I'm live. Okay, now I'm coming back with my medium color. And blending. And then the medium color over my light. Oh, is this beautiful? Let me pull out and just show you everything again. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm going to color one more cluster, which is right here, and then I'm going to start playing around with the skin. So Kathy, just so that I understand, welcome Kitty. Kitty's coloring and hobbies. Welcome. And for anybody that doesn't have this page, we can get it to you. I was given permission by Maya Silvercat. Kitty, welcome to my group. Okay, darkest color. Remember, we don't pound in our pencils. Kitty, what brought you to my channel? Here's my dark. So the analogy that I used about applying your pencils to paper, because several of you have told me that you're heavy-handed, is pretend that you're coloring on a baby's behind. And adjust your pressure accordingly. Kitty, have you colored grayscale before? Oh, you saw your channel on community tab on a subscriber channel. Gotcha. Cool. Kitty, join my Facebook group under the same name, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. This is where people get the images that we color. Oh, you have 2 of my books. Oh. Wonderful. Which ones do you have? Just out of curiosity. Now, sometimes I'll just do individual curls like I've been doing all night. And sometimes I'll do a cluster like this, just because. Well, I've published 94 books now, all on Amazon. Okay, so there's our dark. Yes, in fact, I am moving into digital. You can get them PDF. Oh, you've got the Valentine's gnomes? Yeah, and the Christmas gnomes. Oh, yeah. I had so much fun doing those. I did. Oh, you were gifted them. Oh, how great is that? That's cool. Now I want you to notice right here we've got a strand of hair that is open to the neck. So I'm going to grab my light pencil and just do that light area right here. So that that strand stands out. Okay, so back with the medium. Brittany, what you need to do is contact me through Messenger on Facebook. And the way that I get paid for them is you can either get me an Amazon gift card or you can use Facebook Pay. And the reason that I do that is that services like Amazon and Etsy take a huge, huge commission. All right, let's do the medium here on this next curl. There was a little girl with a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid. sometimes I throw in the name of one of you guys when I sing that song. All right, there's my light, and then we'll come back with the medium. Okay, Kathy, thank you. Yeah, if you guys step away from talking to me, if you would just let me know. Just so I don't talk to empty air. Kitty, are you still hanging out with us? And I'm just going to add a little bit of medium right there. Oh, you use PayPal goods and services to pay for things off of Amazon. Just in case something goes wrong, I can go to PayPal and get refunded. Gotcha. Oh, Kitty, you're looking at my other books? Yeah. Thank you for your interest. All right, let's get our medium in here. And again, notice when you're doing grayscale that all of a sudden you find yourself naturally coloring in the areas that you're coloring. In other words, your artistic instincts are taking over. And your coloring choices are making sense to you. All right, let's see if we can get this really fine hair right there. Oh man, this is just coming out absolutely gorgeous. And if anybody wants to color along with us, it's been given to us by the artist, and we can give it to you or get it to you. And you can color with me. All right. Guys, the reason that I'm selling PDFs independently is because Amazon takes quite a chunk of commission out of a book. So here's a question for you guys. So my books are $10.49 on Amazon, the hard copy. The PDF that I sell is $7.99, which is neither here nor there at the moment. So out of $10.49 that you guys are paying for a book, how much do you think I'm getting out of it? Janet says $2.99. Anybody else? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to stop selling books on Amazon. That's not, no, ma'am. So out of the $10.49 that you're paying on Amazon, how much do you think I see? Kathy says $3.50. Okay. Anybody else care to guess? Okay, now we've got our medium color. Over our light. Oh, Janet, yeah, I can. Tiny Villages Jubilee, you want to see if I can get that digital. Yeah, you can get it digital. Janet, contact me through Messenger. Brittany says not much money. Okay, so yeah, I get out of the $10.49 that you pay, I get $3.50. Now, I use the sales of my coloring books to support the group. So that means that I would rather be getting a little more income out of these books so that I can do more with the group. Are my books on Amazon printed on the Amazon paper? Yes. That a lot of adult colorists don't like to color on. Yes, Brittany. So that way, if you guys buy the PDF version from me, you can print it out on your own paper. Now, I get it that Amazon, you know, they've got to pay their printers and the shipping and everything else that goes with it, but still, we do not get much. I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you. Oh, guys, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I want to start on the face because I just want to do something different for a while. And Kathy, that list you sent me, you want me to send you affiliate links for everything, right? Yeah, Janet, just get in touch with me through Messenger, through Facebook, and I will get that arranged with you. Yeah, I would be happy to do affiliate on those. Are you kidding? That supports the group. All right, let's do a face. Let's do a face. Hey, I'm all for doing whatever it takes to support the group. That way I can be here for you guys. Guys, anything that you want to buy on Amazon, clothing, a television, supplies, Band-Aids, whatever, I can get you the affiliate link for it. Ben Fang mixed media paper. Interesting. Brittany, I'm so glad you're here to help people with information. Oh, Janet, thank you. Miss Julie. Julie, I am delighted that you popped in tonight. Are you going to be coming in more often? Oh, Julie. And you know what's really funny, Julie? I was thinking about you the other day. And I've got to tell you that more often than not, when I think about somebody, they show up. So promise me that you'll come in more often. Come on. Hi, Dom Dom. Domino. Hold on, guys. Cat came in. Domino. Okay, I'm getting my light, medium, and my dark skin shades. Julie, your back is irregular. I am delighted. I really am. Like I said, it was just so funny. I was thinking about you the other day. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to use for my dark, medium, and light. We're going to do skin. Don't know how far I'll get. Okay, Julie. That's great. Okay, so I have a dark, medium, and light flesh tone. I don't want anybody to be intimidated by skin. It's not hard. This is my dark. Oh, I lied. This is my dark. Oops. And this is my light. And you can see how all these colors quote unquote bridge, right? Which means what? They're blendable one into the other. Kitty, you've never colored grayscale with pencils before. You are in the right place. All right, so let's get to the front here. I'm at the very front here, top. And I'm going to come in with my light color. So, Kitty, have you... Okay, you said you've never colored grayscale with pencils? Oh, grayscale. I'm thinking skin. So, have you colored grayscale with something else or what? Or you're just saying that you haven't colored grayscale before? You like to get pastel. Oh, you only use markers on grayscale. Ah, gotcha. Well, you're in for a treat. Okay, now I'm going to do this a little bit differently than what I've done skin before, only because we've got really good grayscale markers, or in other words, the gray is really good on here. That we're going to do the light, medium, and dark depending on what is indicated on the grayscale. Otherwise, I would normally do a layer of the light color all the way through and then come back with my shading and shadowing. Yeah, and chalk is another great medium to do backgrounds and also skin tones with. Okay, so my darkest color very, very lightly on the outside, on the edge. And then our medium color behind it. Now, I'm going to take my medium and I'm going to go over my light just a little bit, just to shade that up a little. The whole idea is our blending. Okay, medium color now, down in between the hair. And this is where it is critically important that you don't mash your pencils into the paper. Janet, just like you're coloring on a baby's behind. Janet, you know I'm going to pick on you now, right? Poor Janet, next time she goes to pick up a pencil, she's going to be hearing my voice in her ear. All right, so this is my medium. Now, the neat thing about skin is that it's hard to screw it up because there are so many skin colors in the world. So if you've chosen a color and it looks wonky to you, don't fret about it. Now notice that I drew a very light line here. I'm just very lightly outlining my medium color. So Janet, when you color, go, baby's behind, baby's behind. Now notice I haven't done anything with the dark yet, other than that little bit. So all of this at the moment is medium. And I also want you to notice that I'm coloring in little tiny circles. Janet, aren't you glad you came in here? And notice how I'm working my way up, little tiny circles. Oh, Janet, I'm so glad Janet, I'm glad I'm fulfilling something that you need right now. Listen, Janet, I am here 365 days of the year, so that means I broadcast during holidays as well. I'm so sorry to hear that you're living in your car. But if this group can bring some pleasure and smile to you, that makes me feel great. Okay, notice how I'm working the shading down her neck. Yeah, Brittany, we're here for you too. You're an adult with multiple disabilities living with your mom. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my light coloring now. Can everybody see clearly what I'm doing? And guys, even if you don't adult color, come in for the companionship and the pretty pictures. Okay, small circles. What's the key word? Blending. And you want to completely obliterate that line between the two colors. Janet mentioned that earlier as well. The more blending that you do with your pencils, the less blending that you need to do with any other tool like a blending stump or a blending pencil, which is very harsh. Can I color another portrait with a brown skin tone? Yeah. Are you talking African American, like black, Brittany? I certainly can do a black portrait. Brittany, are you black? I've also done Indian portraits as well. Okay, Kitty, you're not good at coloring light and dark skin with pencils. Okay. Oh, you're fair skinned with freckles and strawberry blonde hair. Okay. But yeah, I can absolutely do African American skin. I was just curious. Okay, let me pull out. It's getting to be about that time. Asian and Latino skin tones as well. We can work on it. All right, let me pull out. Notice that very subtle line down the neck right here. Going up to the ear. Isn't that neat? So, Kitty, are you going to become a regular? Tell your friends. Guys, what do you think? Okay, now do me a favor. Janet, you're welcome. Yeah, Maggie, you're right. I should do one from my book, Beautiful Women of Color Jubilee. Yep. Maggie, drop me a DM, a message about doing that. Any questions about what I've done so far? Guys, do me a favor. Please push that like button on this broadcast. If you really want to show your appreciation for me, push that like button. Guys, can you see the subtle coloring right here? And the shading of that neckline? Isn't that beautiful? So we've got a high point right here on the skin. Got your message, Maggie. Thank you. So please push that like button. That's all I ask of you. Kitty, great. If you can make it, wonderful. Okay, guys, I'm calling it an evening. Go into my Facebook group, get this image, then you can color it with me. Do a search on New Duet. Strawberry blonde hair that looks more orange in real life. Okay. Guys, I'm glad you could make it. So we finished up our gnomes. Fun project. I showed you how to make some more stones. All I have to do now is spray this and initial it, and it is done. Mamie, good night. Janet, good night. And then we're working on our hair and our skin tone. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous coloring. Love on each other. Though that gnome kitty, that gnome picture is free. You can get it. Love on each other. That's what our group is known for. I've got a great group of people. Tell your friends, push that like button. Janet, see you tomorrow. Stay safe. All right, guys. Love you. You know I mean that. And we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into tomorrow night. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.